Hello everybody and welcome to my next Let's Play, and I guess if you somehow missed the title, you can tell what it's gonna be. However, you ruined it, you fuck! I was gonna introduce you and everything, and you messed it all up.
Do we really need introductions?
Yes,
Fine, introduce me.
you're LiamSixx, and I'm sorry
Hi.
to have to rain on your parade. I'm sure just about everyone knows who you are. Liam, do you know what game we're gonna play today?
Well, I could take a guess, but I feel like I'd missed the title.
It's a game that you just absolutely
no.
love.
Oh no!
Yep.
Oh
game.
no!
And it's
The game that I never was gonna like. Even when I planned on Let's Playing this game, I never planned on Let's Playing this game.
even you never even planned the plan. That's how unplanned it was.
Like, there was one point in one video where I said, "Yeah, I'll do Jak 2 and 3 too, no problem." And then by the time I was done with Jak and Daxter, I'm like, I'm not doing Jak 2.
Well,
I'm like, I actually really hate that game.
well, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Why? Because I felt like it.
Fantastic.
And over there, you could see my original save file,
With 115%.
which makes no sense.
You'd think it'd stop at 100.
You know, you really would. Like Donkey Kong Country Returns, except that stops at 201. No, wait, 200.
Oh, Jesus.
Is our memory starting to flood back to you now?
I seen this cutscene, like, I guess at one point I did plan on LPing it, so I played the opening cutscene, but for some, okay, do you know those little wispy things in the background?
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then the game would freeze, but the wispy things would keep moving.
That's
So
really
all the
weird.
characters would stop, but the background would continue to move.
Yeah, you told me about that once. That's really weird.
It was trippy as hell.
Now, you'll notice that if you play the original Jak and Daxter, there's a pretty decent graphical improvement going on here.
Yeah, actually, it's fantastic.
Yeah, they did a pretty decent job amping up the graphics here.
And apparently, according to the lore, this is the thing that they found behind the 101 precursor door.
Yeah, apparently, and they somehow brought it all here. I don't know how.
That's a long way to go.
Yeah, that really is. I wouldn't think they'd have the leverage. You know, that looks suspiciously like some kind of gate, a stargate, if you will.
I mean, an alien butthole? Tell me this thing doesn't look like the Leviathan.
This, well, maybe a little bit. Not that thing.
No, not that thing.
Okay, yeah.
This thing. Again, like, if you're thinking, oh, Jak and Daxter 2, this is going to be a nice, fun collectible, and you see this guy, it's like, oh god, this is already off to a great start.
It's the ultimate foreshadowing, and not foreshadowing. Since having played this and play it over again, I get it now.
Yeah,
But
I do too.
for those who haven't, well, you'll figure out what we mean.
Oh, I don't know, man.
And in a Back to the Future-esque sort of fashion, we wind up in, well, the future.
Hence, Back to the Future.
Hence Back to the Future.
I
Obviously,
think probably the...
go ahead.
What's this city called again?
This is New Haven.
New Haven. Or is it New Haven or is it Haven City?
Or maybe it's Haven, I can't remember. They're gonna say it later.
Yeah.
It's a stark contrast from the setting of the first game.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Quite a
I mean,
bit.
in the first game, there was like your stereotypical desert
This is
level.
pretty funny.
Not desert.
I'll
I
save
love
you
this.
2 years later. Not that long a time when you think about it. Just 2 years of horrid pain and misery.
I mean, again, this tripped me out when I was a kid. I was like, good God, what are they trying to do here?
Yeah, they did a bit of a Conker's Bad Fur Day with this game. Not as much, but you know what I'm saying.
It's not Conker's 12 Tales to Conker's Bad Fur Day, but
It's something.
yeah, it's It's Crash Bandicoot to Uncharted.
I mean, exactly. That's the analogy I was going to use, because it really is. I mean, look, they gave him a goatee.
Exactly. And if you have a goatee, you're automatically older.
Yep. Exactly.
And
how
this
it
is when
works.
they start talking about the metalheads.
Yeah.
Oh, metalheads.
Yeah, they're fun.
I've always kind of maintained the belief that who's that guy again? That's Errol.
Errol, yeah, that's his name.
he's a
I don't
fag.
even know. He is a fag.
Jackster's such a fantastic comic relief character.
He really is. Him and Bentley are right up there.
I have no idea who Bentley is,
Bentley is from Sly Cooper.
and that's why I wouldn't know him. He's the turtle or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill Praxis.
Right now, we gotta get you out of here.
And that is the first thing Jack has ever said.
Yep.
You can do it.
This game has a bit of a Dragon Ball Z turn, if you didn't know.
Easy, buddy. It's your
What, spiky anime hair?
Yes. And fingernails.
And fingernails.
Fingernails.
Sheesh. Remind me not to piss you off.
Again, much more horrifying than I remember.
See,
I brought you some new threads.
they cranked the volume from kitty to mildly obscene. Only mildly.
Only mildly.
It went from E to T, definitely. They say crap and piss.
Oh yeah, and I think I say, they say shit at some point.
I don't. Maybe they do. I don't remember. And anyway, if you couldn't tell, I'm playing this on the PS3 collection. And by the way, if you couldn't tell, you're an idiot. Right here, I'm just dicking around with the camera controls because I hate like what is it like the way they have the horizontal. It's like flipped, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
I needed to correct that to make it used to the way I played. And right here, since it had been a little while since I had played, I kind of forgot my place.
Did you actually think you would just be able to go out the door?
Yes, I did actually. I'm not even kidding.
You think that, oh, I'm in the bad guy's lair. There's no way that they'll just let me walk out the goddamn door.
Yes, I did.
Well, okay then.
I
You're
apologize.
obviously quite a wise one.
But-
If
and yeah.
it makes you feel any better, I don't remember how to get out of here.
Well, don't worry. I figured it out in just a few seconds. Also, I'm going to show something in a little bit. That gate's important for later. But not right now. There was a bit of a glitch right there. And up there's a precursor orb.
Oh yes, the things that were oh so important in the last game are even more important in this game.
In a way. I don't get that one, by the way.
Remember how to jump?
But
Oh, you just really? That's an easy one to get.
yeah, I know. But I was just trying to get on my merry little way here.
Please tell me you remember how to
Mary?
roll.
This all you have to do is just go across the cells. And this whole little level sort of just acts as a tutorial going over the controls basically that were introduced in the first game. Because although Jack looks a bit different, he controls pretty much the same.
Oh yeah, it's exactly the same for now.
These precursor orbs are worth a lot now. We might
I mean,
find them hidden around.
there is no move that he has now
We'll be
that
able
is
to buy stuff with
any
it.
different than Jack and Daxter Precursor
Yeah,
Legacy. It's
exactly.
exactly the same.
Yeah, you have a double jump right there, yeah.
Then jump
Mm-hmm.
ahead while in the
You
air.
have the obviously Crash Bandicoot inspired spin attack. You can punch
Break that trick.
with the square button. You can roll with L1, and you can do a long jump, a high jump by ducking. It's
How much
very
health do you have in this game?
If you
it's
stop
like
before you jump,
designated
go
by like
right.
little dots or little
To reach the top of this ledge, Jack.
squares or something. I don't know. I think it just depends on
Do your,
how much enemies do damage.
Right, but like physically, how much health do you have?
I don't know how to define that. Have you noticed that Crimson Guards really hate shooting their guns?
I find that enemies in video games and movies do in general, and when they do shoot, they have shitty aim.
Yeah, it's the Stormtrooper theory.
Yeah. Also, you have 8 health. I like what they did with the health a lot better in this game. In Jack and Daxter, you had 4 hits tops, and
yeah.
then you're dead.
That's right. It's a lot better. Most of the reason you'll die in the first Jak and Daxter is because of A, pits, or B, you only get 3 hits, and it's just very annoying. There's a long
And everything
jump.
in that game is out to kill you.
Pretty much. Every single thing.
I mean, I mean, in this game, everything's out to kill you too, but it's mostly just Crimson Guards who are being dicks.
And there are some, I guess, lurkers are in this game to an extent.
You didn't get that precursor orb either?
I didn't know. I didn't even know there was one there.
Dude, I always get that one.
You know, this is not. I'm gonna say it right now. This is not a 100% run. I'm not gonna bother getting all the precursor orbs and things like that, because frankly, they're not worth it. In Jak 3, they're fairly worth it, but in this game, they're really just not worth it. I don't feel like taking the time to go out of my way to do it.
I don't remember when the last time I would have played this game was, or even when the last time I played Jak 3 was. I just remember really, really not liking this game.
Frankly, I like this game. I think it's a good game.
Shut up.
I just think it's really hard.
More than anything, I really didn't like the atmosphere that it came with. Just how everything was all dark and moody and like, I'm gonna go kill and beat everything up, and I'm like...
I'm not against more darker tones and stuff, so I was fine with it.
I'm good with dark tones, but this wasn't a tone. This was like a dark melody.
A dark melody? What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Well, you said dark tone.
Well, you know, it's a bit trying to be more mature than the last game. In a sense.
But they went overboard with it. Like, I was expecting a nice little beach area, and they throw me into.
Well, you know, I can admire the fact that they tried to do something different than just a standard cutesy platformer.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it had been done over and over again.
I mean, if only I had found Banjo-Kazooie, and then it would have been like best game ever.
That's a pretty good game. But we're not playing that game.
No, we're playing this game.
Mm-hmm.
His Majesty, Baron Praxis.
His Majesty, Mr. Krabs. You do know who voices... Yeah.
Yeah.
Baron Praxis in this game is voiced by Clancy Brown, who is best known for voicing Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob, and Lex Luthor from the Superman animated series.
Fantastic. He had great roles.
Which means he's already bound to win. Because, you know,
was Lex Luthor really portrayed that well in this? Yeah, well, I see what you're saying.
Well, there you go. Now you get it.
That took me a minute. Surrender or die. Surrender and die.
Are you?
It's still funny.
Are you behind in the video?
No, I read it when it came up.
That just took a little while for you to get, didn't you? Also, here's Dark Jak. Dark Jak is fucking cool as hell.
Yeah,
because it basically lets you beat the shit out of everything. It's basically this game's berserker mode.
I thought this was really cool when I first played the game, but then it got really tedious. And that icon in the bottom left corner, what the hell is that supposed to be?
A grayish blob?
Yes.
Yes.
How about this one?
A grayish blob?
Right on.
Alright then. Also, this guy doesn't make any sense. We just killed a bunch of his men, and he just flies away like, hey, stop it.
Well, he didn't see us kill them, and their bodies exploded into darkness, so, you know.
Ah, okay. Sure. What the hell is that guy over on the side doing? He's just walking all around.
Again, remember I said my game would freeze? Jak and Daxter and these two guys would freeze, but everyone in the background moving around would still be moving.
They'd just be like, what the hell is wrong with these guys? Are they mimes?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Look like mimes.
Time for a bit of an explanation of how this game works. This game, whereas the first game is Banjo-Kazooie, this game is Grand Theft Auto. It's the same character, the same moveset, the same basic way of play, but just basically what I'm trying to say, the genre it mooches off of is different. This game is based heavily in GTA. You can steal cars, you have a big overworld to explore and ride around in. And
there is stuff in it.
And
you can do little mini games.
Yeah.
They're horribly useless,
difficult,
but you can do them.
And difficult, which is why I'm not going to do them, because they're fucking annoying. And there are cops all around, which, just like in GTA, they won't do a damn thing to you if you hurt millions of people, such as these people. Okay, well, I'm avoiding them now. Except that one.
Note how everyone looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like there's a generic fat guy, generic woman, and generic thin man.
I love the noise generic fat guy makes. It's just eh. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm fat.
Slow down, Ben.
We're looking
And
for a
now
guy
we're
named Torn. Of course.
introduced to Torn.
Are you Torn?
Yes.
Guys and you, like
Torn.
used to be.
He's a bit.
I remember.
He'll be a main player throughout the rest of the game.
Absolutely. He is extraordinarily useful. He's so useful that I'm gonna ask, did he even make an appearance in Jak 3?
Yes. He was
He
a
did.
main player in Jak 3 too.
Oh, I forgot.
Mhm.
Well, now any hopes that you had of him dying are down the drain.
Yep, he doesn't die.
He doesn't. I do enjoy the dagger that he has on his back. I think that is rather cool.
I wish I had that dagger. I would dagger the shit out of things.